The topic is kinetic friction. The term kinetic means something which is moving. You studied that static friction was resisting the initiation of motion, and static friction tried to resist the start of motion. Okay, but kinetic friction resists the motion of one body over another body. That is, when two bodies are in physically contact with each other and one body moves over another body, the kinetic friction comes into play and tries to oppose the motion of the body. Okay, so we can define the kinetic friction as the force of friction which comes into play when a body is in a state of steady motion over the surface of another body. Okay, so we can see in detail. Suppose the box is moving and two surfaces are in contact. So a frictional force has come into play, and that frictional force is known as the kinetic friction. And here there is an external force also. Okay, so when there is an external force and the body is moving, so the force of friction comes into play, that is known as the kinetic friction. So we can again recall from the first. So we studied that in the static friction, initially the body is at rest. So what happens there? No force is applied. That is external force F equal to 0. Now when external force was applied, static friction comes into play. When you increase the value of force, then frictional force also increases. That is, when you increase the value of external force, then the value of frictional, that is static friction, also increases. So this static friction cannot increase to a certain limit, but it reaches to a maximum value. And force applied is increased, above that the body started moving. Okay. So when the body started moving, the kinetic friction comes into play, and that kinetic friction is denoted by the letter Fk. Then what are the properties of kinetic friction? So it is independent of area of contact, and it is independent of velocity of the body. That is, kinetic friction does not depend on velocity, and the kinetic friction varies with normal reaction. So we can write Fk is proportional to n, then Fk equal to mu kn, where mu k is the coefficient of kinetic friction, and it also represents the nature of surfaces in contact. By considering the kinetic friction, we can see some cases related to the motion of the body. So the first case, when the applied force is greater than kinetic friction. Okay, when the applied force is greater than kinetic friction, then what happens there? The body will move. Okay, when the applied force is greater than kinetic friction, then the body will move. Okay. Then from the Newton's second law, you know that the force exerted on the body is equal to mass into acceleration. So what is here the force exerted on the body, that is the net force. So the net external force equal to mass into acceleration. So what is the net external force when the body is moving? That is equal to the applied force. Okay, applied force minus the kinetic friction, that is kinetic frictional force, equal to m into a. So we can write the acceleration of the body. So acceleration A equal to Fa minus Fk divided by m. So this is the acceleration of the body when the applied force is greater than the kinetic friction. Okay, so when the applied force is greater than the kinetic friction, the body will move with an acceleration Fa minus Fk by m. Then second case, So what is the second case? When the applied force is equal to the kinetic friction. So what is the acceleration of the body? So Fa is equal to Fk. Then what is this value? That is Fa minus Fk. So that is acceleration is equal to 0. So the object, so in this case the object moves with a uniform velocity. Okay, when the acceleration is 0, the object moves with a uniform velocity. Okay, that is the second case. Object moves with a uniform velocity. Then the third case, okay, what is the third case? Then applied force equal to 0. Okay, when the applied force is 0, then what is the acceleration of the body? So applied force is 0, what is this formula? A equal to minus Fk by m. So we can write acceleration minus Fk divided by m. Okay, so this is the acceleration of the body when applied force is equal to 0. So this negative sign represents that the body will retard. Okay, the acceleration, the negative sign in the acceleration represents that the body will retard and finally it comes to rest. That is, the body will not move. So if we not apply any force, the body will come to stop. Okay, because the force of friction opposes the motion of the body. Okay, so the body comes to stop. Rolling friction. The force of friction that comes into play when a body rolls over the surface of another body. Example, wheels, spinning top, etc. So here we consider a spherical ball moving over the surface. So here the point of contact keeps on changing. Okay, so a parallel force arises at the point of contact, which is known as the rolling friction. Then what is the relation between static friction, kinetic friction and rolling friction? So you know that rolling friction is very less than kinetic friction and it is also very less than the static friction. So we can write coefficient of rolling friction less than the coefficient of kinetic friction less than the coefficient of static friction. Okay. So this is the relation between static friction, rolling friction and kinetic friction.